Okay, so today I want to do a little thought experiment. Imagine what it would be like to make more money than your boss. Answer this question in the comments. Let's just imagine you were making, say, $50,000 more than your boss per year. How would that make you feel? With an extra 50K, you could certainly invest more, you could go on better vacations, and you would have a lot more financial control over your life than your manager. Would you feel a sense of pride knowing that you could provide for yourself and your family with this money? Would you feel gratitude for the additional options and the comfort that would come along with that extra funds? Of course, in addition to all the positive feelings in this situation, it could also create some serious anxiety. For example, what if your boss found out that you were making more than them? Would they suddenly feel resentful towards you? Would they call you out for not being committed to the company mission? Would they try to get you fired? What do you think that your boss would do exactly? And it's not just about you either. Think about this. Think about your boss's feelings about themselves too. Knowing this information, it could make a manager feel like they were underpaid in their role and ultimately question their value within the company. Now, no matter how you feel about it, you've got to admit this is a weird dynamic when a subordinate could possibly be earning more money than their manager. This really doesn't happen very often in corporate America, outside of maybe like the sales department where it's more common for a salesperson to maybe out-earn their manager. I mean, this is traditionally the person that you're supposed to look up to and should serve as like the goal that you have in life to pursue in a traditional work environment. Now in this video, we're gonna help you create a real plan that can help you earn more money than your boss. And surprisingly, accomplishing this goal might actually be a lot easier than you think. And it all starts with taking that very first step. Hitting the subscribe and like button below this video. Okay, just kidding. So step number one, let's find out how much your boss makes so that we know how much financial ground we've got to make up. After all, everybody has different jobs. You've got different bosses that all earn different amounts of money. And fortunately, thanks to job transparency sites like Glassdoor, you can get a good estimate of how much your boss is actually making. For example, if I was working in a bank, I would try to find out the manager's salary for a bank manager here. As you can see, all these banks, they've got pretty much the same salary range for branch managers. And in my own case, I did the research and I found out that my manager roughly makes between $25,000 to $30,000 more than me per year between their salary and annual bonus. Now, depending on your situation, your boss might actually not be making that much more than you. I've had supervisors in past jobs literally making between $5,000 to $10,000 per year more than me. And in fact, one time I was offered a job as a team lead, and this employer literally offered me $1 more per hour in compensation to manage a team of 4 people. This was not a small company either. It was a business generating more than $1.5 billion with a B in annual revenue each year. So, okay, once you figure out how much more your boss makes than you per year, it's time to write down this number on a piece of paper, spreadsheet, and next we're gonna put together a plan to make more money than your boss without quitting your job. Now, in my view, you've really only got 3 practical options to accomplish this goal of making more money than your boss. So you've got option number 1, right? You could go the traditional route and try to become a manager at the company. Unfortunately, as many of you watching this will know, this is easier said than done most of the time. If you want to follow this path, in this case, you're probably gonna be waiting on your boss to either quit, be fired, or get promoted into a new role. None of the above is unfortunately likely to happen anytime soon. Let me know if you disagree in the comments below. This is the approach my brother took. He's actually a manager. His manager died on the job and he was able to step into a much higher paying position as a result. So I guess there's always a silver lining, I suppose, but it sucks to have to rely on something like this happening to be able to get into a better job and get paid more. So option number 2, I bet you thought of this one before. The next no-brainer option is to get a second job to generate revenue outside of your current employer. This could be something like driving for Uber or delivering pizzas, doing some consulting on the side. If you find out through your research that your boss is only making a few $1,000s more than you per year in their job, this could be the easiest way to hit your goal. After all, an extra $500 a month, that translates into $6,000 more per year. You could easily make this much money, if not more, delivering pizza on the weekends or some other job where you get tips especially. And of course, there's gonna be a limit to the number of hours you can work long term, especially if you've got a family. So this brings us to option number 3. This is the approach that I used. I started a business on the side. It took me years to build up to the current level, but my own side business will allow me to make between 300 to 350K per year more than my boss. I accomplished this by starting 2 food blogs that you can check out in the description below. And if you want to start your own business, I also have a link to my database of 102 business ideas with revenue numbers that are designed for solo founders. You can get access to this for free, and it includes a lot of ideas that you can start on the side with no money or very little money to invest. I also update this database once a month so that you can get more examples as I find them. At the end of the day, if you want to make more money than your boss without quitting, these are really the only real options I think that you've got outside of winning the lottery. But let me know if I've missed anything in the comments below. It's all about finding out how much your boss makes, then selecting the strategy to earn more income. It's really as simple as that. With that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.